Hi. So, continuing in my positive answers to prayer, I had this idea for a while that I was going to do sort of health, weight loss, um, speaking, and that sort of thing as a business thing, but also maybe eventually crossing into ministry a little bit. And the more I looked into it, the more complicated it became, and the more I thought, forget this. I'd have to do it myself. And that's really complicated and a lot of hard work. And I've never done this before. It's terrifying. I don't need to do it. And nobody's ever going to ask me, let's face it. um, so, I mean, like, I went off to mission school, came back 2 years later, still hadn't really done anything. I mean, people knew I'd gone, but just didn't really take me up on anything. So I was like, okay, no worries. And then I prayed about it and I said, look, if you want me to do this, you're going to need to have someone ask me because I'm just not going to do it. Otherwise, it's just not going to happen. It's all too hard. And it was probably a few days later, I was at church and somebody said, hey, when are you going to take a sermon? And I was like, hmm? Like, where is this coming from? Okay, never mind. That's, nothing. Nobody's actually asked me. I'm still good. And then it was the following week. It was probably a week later, so maybe 10 days, something like that. I had a phone call from someone and she said, oh, hi. So I've been um, asked to or requested to take this health talk, but I'm now going to be out of the country. Can you do it? I was like, really? In all these years of life, nobody's ever asked me to do anything. And then within 2 weeks, it's usually within 2 weeks, to be honest, almost every time that I get an answer to prayer, or a positive answer that I recognize. I mean, I'm sure there's others that I don't realize, but most of the really clear cut ones within 2 weeks. Anyway, so she says this. I was like, seriously? That, I mean, okay. So I couldn't say no, could I? Because I said, if you get someone to ask me, I'll do it. So I said yes. And yeah, that was kind of the end of that. And now I'm still slowly working my way through the water, but I haven't given up now. I'm working on it. I'm, working on sermons, working on health topics, putting a few things together here and there, and yeah. So, but that was again very encouraging that I'm being listened to, that I'm worth replying to, and also that I have a purpose. I'm not just wading through life, pleasing myself and going, okay, well, I'm here. Yeah, so I was, oh, sorry, I have a hair in my eye. Okay. Um, yeah, so I guess my appeal would be if there's something you're not sure about, pray. And if you really want to know the answer and if you really have a heart to do what God wants you to do, He will find a way to show you. He may not answer directly with a fleece like that. Um, and I don't know the correct reference to the whole fleece thing, but I'll put that in the description too. That was a reference to the last video as well. Um, so where was I at? Yes. So anyway, it may not be direct, but he will find a way to guide you to where you need to be. But yes, know that he is listening. And I will speak to you next time. Take care. God bless. Bye.